Hi everybody, it's Daphne and you're very welcome back to spend some time with me this evening. Before I start, I just wanted to extend to my British viewers my love and prayers in light of the recent events in Manchester. And just know that everybody in Ireland is thinking of you and sending their love and prayers to you. Dublin has a very strong connection with Manchester. There's a lot of Irish people living over there, not just Dublin, in Ireland in its entirety. There's a lot of Irish people living over there. So we are thinking of you and praying for you and in your loss, and praying for those who were so badly injured that they will have a speedy recovery. I thought that this evening I would do a second instalment in my little series that I had suggested on kind of Hollywood icons of the past, at the moment of the past. I will probably talk about more current inspirations at a later stage, but Hollywood icons of the past who have continued to be an inspiration to us in terms of fashion and beauty. And I thought that this might be a fitting room to do this in. It's in my daughter's room, and as you can see, this is the lady that I'm going to speak about this evening, Audrey Hepburn, and of course we have Marilyn there as well. And actually that also up there is Marilyn, and you can see her there, and that's a picture that my daughter's friend painted of Judy Garland, another very inspirational icon. But this evening I'm going to talk about Audrey Hepburn. And I'm sorry I haven't managed to make a video earlier on this week. It's just been really busy, and every time I planned to do one, something seemed to get in the way, namely things like laundry and housework. Everything just seemed to get on top of me this week. Excuse me. But I think when we think of Audrey Hepburn, we have an image of someone who is just the epitome of classic and timeless beauty. She was stunningly beautiful in lots of different ways. She had luminous skin, just absolutely perfect skin. She had the most beautiful eyes, very soulful eyes, and of course she had the perfect brow. Considering that, well, she passed away 24 years ago at the age of just 63. So tragic, really, such a young age to pass away. But her look is still inspirational, and it's copied to this day when you think about it. In the 1950s, when she was at the height of her career, this is a look that became very well known and iconic, and we still copy it today in some form or other. Audrey was actually very tall. She was about 5'7", and quite an athletic build. She in her time was an actress, a model, a dancer and a humanitarian. She was actually an ambassador for UNICEF and travelled quite often to Africa and was very hands-on in the work that she did for them. If you think of the movies that she starred in, obviously there's the obvious one that we'll come to in a minute, but she was also in a movie called Gigi. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think she starred in that with Fred Astaire. Gigi, if I'm not mistaken. She was in Roman Holiday with Gregory Peck, and actually for that movie she won a BAFTA, a Golden Globe and an Oscar, and she was the first actress to win all three for a single performance. She also starred in the movie Sabrina, and she starred opposite somebody very famous in that as well, a male lead, and I cannot remember who it was. I know that movie was remade, I think in the late 80s, maybe early 90s, and I think Harrison Ford was the male lead, and I can't remember who the female lead was in that, but it's a wonderful story. She also starred in The Nun Story. She was in the musical My Fair Lady, and of course the pinnacle of her career was Breakfast at Tiffany's, but it was actually Roman Holiday that shot her to fame. But for Breakfast at Tiffany's, I think she also won an Oscar nomination. And I think when we think of Breakfast at Tiffany's, and that picture is one of the pictures from that, we think of Audrey with her iconic sunglasses, her pearls, her black dress, the gloves, her updo, her winged liner, and I suppose her sleep mask as well. When I was researching, I was looking to see what I could find out about her beauty secrets, because she had beautiful skin, and right to the end of her days she had a classic timeless elegance about her. Apparently she was very keen on hydration, so she kept her skin hydrated, drinking lots and lots of water every day. Basically she was a vegetarian. It's not that she didn't eat meat, but she preferred to eat more vegetables than meat, and apparently once every so often she would have a detox day, and on those days she would eat lots of fruit and vegetables and drink lots of water. On her vanity, her two favourite products or ranges of products were Estee Lauder and Erno Laszlo. She loved those ranges because she considered that they contained really, top-notch ingredients. She was a skincare devotee, and obviously that is reflected in all of the pictures that you see of her. She just has that beautiful, flawless skin. She loved to wear kind of a peachy highlight to bring out that flawlessness in her skin. Her eyes were the focus, so it wasn't that she wore a lot of blush or contour or anything like that. Her eyes were the focus, and we all know that she wore that signature winged look, framed by those beautiful lashes, and apparently her makeup artist would separate the lashes, each of her lashes, with a pin. Can you imagine the length of time it would have taken to do that? But her lashes were always beautiful, almost doll-like. Her lips, generally the colour she went for was a kind of a pinky peachy colour, and apparently the makeup artist on Breakfast at Tiffany's put this shade on her throughout the movie. But there is a rumour that the colour that he used and the brand that he used was Revlon, Pink in the Afternoon, but that's not confirmed. I don't even know if they still make that, but there's probably something very similar. She was inspirational to some of the big cosmetic houses as well, because apparently Givenchy designed and created the eau de parfum called L'Interdit, specifically for Audrey Hepburn, and it became her signature scent. She ate a very healthy diet through her life. As I say, she was mainly vegetarian, and she never skipped breakfast, especially when it was at Tiffany's. I couldn't not say that. In terms of her fashion inspiration, we still see that influence today. The little black dress has probably evolved from the dress that she wore in Breakfast at Tiffany's, because if I remember correctly, that was a long dress. Definitely the sunglasses. Everybody has a favourite pair of sunglasses that they can just throw on in the morning if you don't want to kind of do too much with your makeup, but you still want to look pulled together, and sunglasses can hide a lot as well. In terms of other clothes, she also made the trench coat, brought that to the foreground as well, because she wore that in Breakfast at Tiffany's, and that's a lovely staple in your wardrobe too. She loved to wear cropped trousers, cropped or cigarette trousers, and loafers or ballet flats. I think because the flats, particularly because she was quite tall. She liked those full skirts as well, and we've seen photographs of her wearing those lovely full skirts with the nice fitted tops and cinched in at the waist, and that was fairly typical of the 1950s as well. She liked to wear turtlenecks and striped shirts and tops, so kind of a slight boyfriend type look. Now, I found some lovely quotes that she had things that she had said through her life, and they do apply to beauty, but also inner beauty. So I thought I'd read one or two of those. Looking at the wrong page here, sorry. Here we are. She said, for beautiful eyes, I love this particular one. For beautiful eyes, look for the good in others. For beautiful lips, speak only words of kindness. And for poise, walk with the knowledge that you are never alone. She also said, I believe in pink. I believe that laughing is the best calorie burner. I believe in kissing a lot. I believe in being strong when everything seems to be going wrong. I believe that happy girls are the prettiest girls. I believe that tomorrow is another day, and I believe in miracles. So there's a little bit of the Scarlett O'Hara there. Tomorrow is another day. That's Scarlett O'Hara made that very famous. She also said the beauty of a woman grows with the passing years. And I think that's something that we all should hold dear. The beauty of a woman grows with the passing years. She also said, and I think this was more in terms of her work as a humanitarian with UNICEF, as you grow older, you will discover you have two hands, one for helping yourself, the other for helping others. So I think we can all agree that Audrey Hepburn was a beauty inside and out. And I think we're very lucky that we've had somebody like that to influence us and to inspire us. My daughters, particularly my eldest daughter, this is her room as I say, and she really is inspired by Audrey Hepburn. Yeah, it was very interesting reading up about her life. So I don't know if I would ever say that I could do an Audrey Hepburn inspired look, because I don't have the kind of eyes that I can do that lovely winged look, but I could try and do something along those lines with a winged liner. It's not something I wear, or with a liquid liner. It's not something that I wear every single day. I might use a tiny little touch of it on the outside, but I generally do kind of a more smudged look for liner. But it's something that I might consider doing if you wanted to see. I mean, doing liner for deep set or hooded eyes. There's lots of tutorials out there, and I would never say I was doing a tutorial because I just wouldn't. But I could do a get ready with me if you were interested in that, and could try and channel a little bit of Audrey. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I promise that I will get back to uploading twice a week. I might even get to make another video tomorrow or Friday. It's Wednesday evening now. But just as I say, sometimes life gets busy and all my good intentions go out the window along with the laundry. So I hope you're having a wonderful evening, and I really appreciate you coming to spend some time with me, and I will see you very soon again in the next video. So take care. Bye bye.